Hey you guys, it's Lynn from Back to the South, and today I want to talk to you about console tables. As you can see, I've got my console table right here up against this window, and it's a little bare. So I'm going to share with you some tips when it comes to your console table and styling it. So the first thing that I want to share with you is to think about where the table is. As I said, it's right here in front of this window. You can look right out onto the backyard. The thing that you want to think about is, I don't want anything really, really high because I don't want to obstruct the view from outside. I want to be able to see what's going on outside, and if I put anything really high, I'm going to obstruct my view. I also don't want to make it difficult for me to raise the blinds back here. If I had something really high back here, there's no way I would be able to, well, I'm not going to say no way, but it would be really difficult to raise up the blinds. So those are two things that I want to think about. I don't want anything really, really high, and I don't want to make it difficult for me to be able to raise the blinds. So again, think about when you're trying to decide what to put on your table. If you put an item there, what's going to happen? Is it going to obstruct a view? Is it going to be difficult for you to be able to do something? So that's really, really important, because the one thing that you don't want to do is, let's say you have a candle holder and it's high, and you decide, just not thinking, you're like, oh, I want to raise the blinds. So you raise the blinds and then everything topples over. So again, think about that. Think about where the table is. The second thing that you want to think about is, as far as height, as I mentioned, but you want to have items that are of a higher height and a lower height. It's a lot more pleasing to the eye to look at different heights than to look at something that's all the same. It's more exciting, and who doesn't want excitement? So again, think about your heights. Have a little bit of a few things that are high, things that are low. Also want to think about balance. That's the third thing. What you don't want to do is to have a lot of items on this side and maybe nothing on this side. Or maybe you have a lot of tall things, and that's all. Everything is tall. Or maybe you have all short things here and all tall things up here. You really want to kind of make sure your table is balanced. So that's something else that you want to make sure that you consider. So I'm going to go ahead and style my table and just kind of show you my process. I like to start with the highest or the tallest thing that I'm going to have on my table. So we're going to start on this top shelf first here. And the tallest thing that I'm going to have on this table is this lantern. So I'm going to center that and kind of put it at an angle. And let me grab the candle that goes in here. Okay, so as you can see, it's not too tall. I can still see outside my window. I can still see what's happening. I can still see what's going on. So it's not too tall, but this is going to be the tallest thing that I have on this shelf. Now, I've also got a couple of prints and pictures that I want to add on my table, so I'm going to grab those. And I'm going to place one on each end of the table. Remember, I talked about that balance? So here's where that balance comes in. I'm going to put this print here on this holder. And then I'll put this picture frame of me and my family on this side. Okay, so we've got taller item in the center, shorter item on one end, shorter item on this end. So remember, again, the balance that I was talking about, we've got that here. It's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. You don't have a lot of things that are all the same, that are the same height. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a couple things to just kind of fill in a little bit of these gaps. I'm someone, I don't like a lot of things on a console table. I just like to use my console table to kind of help just bring in the room. So I'm not gonna have a lot on here, but I do wanna have a couple of things to fill in. So let me grab those. So right now you can see everything is pretty much the same color, or it's in that same color family, with the exception of my candle. So I want to change that up a little bit. I love color. You guys know that I love my pops of color. So I'm going to use these greenery pots and put them in the middle, right here. Okay, so as you can see now, I've got several different heights going. I've got this tall lantern. I've got my shorter picture, which you can't see because I'm in your way. My shorter picture here, and then the shorter print right here. Then I've got an even shorter height with my greenery. So your eye is able to go up and down and up and down and up and down. All right, now I've got a couple of other items that I'm gonna add, some little wooden balls on the top of this table as well. I've got these guys right here. I absolutely love these things. But I'm gonna use these, and I'm just gonna place them here, right in the front. Whoops. Okay, there you go. So as you can see, again, nothing is too high. I can still look out my window and I can still raise my blinds with no problems at all whatsoever. I absolutely love candles, so I've got to add some more candles on the top. Let me grab the candle holders. So I've got these two candle holders here. They are different in height, as you can see. I'll place one on one side here in the back and another one here in the back right here. Now, I could choose not to put candles on them, but it's gonna help bring more height to the top shelf if I put candles on top of them. So I'll put this candle here, and I'll put one here. And one thing that you'll want to notice is that nothing still is higher than this very top lantern. Okay, so I've got the entire top shelf styled and ready to go. All right, so let's do my bottom shelf. The bottom shelf I'm gonna keep very simple because my couch actually covers a lot of the bottom shelf. So I don't put a lot on that shelf. I have this basket that I love and this pillow. You guys, I'm gonna keep it really, really simple. I'm gonna take the pillow, stick it in the basket, and put it on the shelf. Now, why a basket? First of all, if you've noticed, I have baskets everywhere in my house, and there's a reason for that. One, because they're just really cute and pretty. They bring a lot of coziness, I think, to a room, and they've got that texture. But another reason too is because you can hide things in them. So, have you ever been at home and have a friend call you and say, hey, we're around the corner, we're in your area, we thought you would stop by? If it's been one of those crazy weeks, or you just decided, hey, I'm relaxing this weekend, I'm not gonna clean right now, or I've got a little bit of clutter everywhere, if you don't have the time to actually go through and clean like you would, you can throw things in the baskets. It's great, it's fabulous, I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I have been known to do that before when I've had a friend call and say, hey, we're on our way, wanted to see if you were at home. It's a lifesaver. So you know how you see those videos and you've got people and they just shove everything in the closet, and then when they open it up, everything falls out because they've been just throwing things in there? You can do your baskets the same way. But I will say, once they leave or once you're ready to truly clean your house, don't forget about the stuff in the basket, okay? All right, so pillow in the basket. All right, so the basket, or I'm sorry, the pillow has the yellow that is in the pillows on my couch and the yellow that is on these pots. So I kind of just brought that color in with all of those little different elements and as a little pop of color. Now the other item that I'm gonna add to the bottom shelf is just this cute little basket. And then I put some faux hydrangeas, a little bit of greenery, and that's it. And it's gonna go on that side. Y'all, and that's it. I'm done. It's styled. It brings in my room. It makes things cozier, I think. And also notice how this shelf, while this is a little bit taller because of the pillow, that's okay. Because if you think about it, it starts here and it goes down in a line. So it's linear, okay? So it's okay if you have things, you know, that are going down. If you look at it in a line, that's okay. It's still balanced. But again, remember, you don't want a whole bunch of height over here and everything short, like really, really, really short on one side. You want to watch out for sharp drops. So if I had decided to put something really, really tall here, I wouldn't suddenly want to have this little Chotsky down here because that's such an extreme drop. So if you're going to do that, you want to kind of make it a little bit gradual when it comes to your heights. But this, ta-da, is my console table. Y'all, that was quick, easy. It didn't take a lot. Didn't take long at all, did it? So you can totally do it. If you've got any questions when it comes to styling your console table, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can also head to my blog, backtothesouth.com, where you can find other decor tips. Thanks for watching.